Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I am Natalie Hervick, and today we are in Norwalk. Talk about a town that is rich in history, yet mixed with a lot of forward thinking. We're just about an hour west of Cleveland on Route 20, and another neat thing, it's just 10 miles south of the lake, so if you're at Cedar Point or the islands, it's a great place to stop. In fact, one of our very loyal New Day viewers suggested that we come here, and I can tell you plenty of reasons why. One of them being our first stop, because it's an iconic one right here on Main Street. Well, if you're new to Norwalk, we thought we better start the show with one of the oldest traditions, making a stop at Barry's Restaurant. And I have with me Doug Barry, who happens to be the third generation?
Third generation.
So your family has owned this since the beginning?
1946.
Wow. And when you walk into this place, you have elements from probably from the 40s through today.
Well, from the actually from the early 1800s.
What? That far?
Mm-hmm. We collect memorabilia and have different historical significant things in our restaurant from Norwalk's creation, I guess you'd say.
And when you come in, this is kind of broken up into different sections here at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
We're in Dinky's Pub.
The Dinky.
The Dinky. Mm-hmm. So, and there's significance behind that name too.
Well, the Dinky was a streetcar that plied up and down the streets of Norwalk back in the 1800s and early 1900s. So we thought it would be natural to call our pub and grill the Dinky.
And the restaurant, as far as the food goes, out of this world, I hear. We decided to go with some breakfast food. I know you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
Now, we have two omelets. That's what it looks like, at least to me, but I know they have very significant names.
Correct. One is the Ban Johnson omelet.
Which one's that?
That's the one on your right.
Now, who's Ban Johnson?
Well, Ban Johnson was the first president of the Major League Baseball American League, and he's from Norwalk.
Now, what's in the Ban Johnson?
The Ban Johnson would be a vegetarian omelet.
Oh, I see the veggies pouring out of here. Oh, that looks really, really good. Now, what about what's next to it?
That would be the Who is Fred Baker omelet.
And who is Fred Baker?
Well,
Am I not allowed? Are we not allowed to say it on TV?
Then your viewers wouldn't have anything to do while they're watching the show.
Okay, smart thinking. Well, what's in the Who is Ted Baker omelet?
Fred Baker.
Fred Baker. See, I need to Google too when I'm done with this interview.
Fred, that is similar to a ham and cheese omelet.
That's right up my alley. Can I try? Now, your home fries look absolutely delicious too. They're very flat. I like that. Anything in particular that, I mean, do we have any secret recipes here?
We have a lot of secret recipes.
You do?
Yes. We have bread pudding, rice pudding, different desserts that we do.
Now, the other great thing that you have added on in recent years is your outdoor space.
St. Charles Place, right. It was named after the hotel that was built in the early 1800s there. And of course, they tore that hotel down in the early 60s. This building is still part of that hotel, but we named it St. Charles Place. Being
a family-owned restaurant, why not come here and try this out? You're right on Main Street, right in the historic part of downtown Norwalk here. Easy to get to. Barry's Restaurant. You won't forget the name, so make sure you say hi to Doug when you stop by. Thank you so much, Doug, for having us in.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, you know what? I am nice and chilled and relaxed right now, but I have a feeling that David feels a little need for speed. So we're going to catch up with him now.
Well, just when you thought Norwalk was a quiet little sleepy town, it's not, because you come to Summit Motorsports Park, come out here to see Bill Bader Jr., and you got some noise going on out here, don't you?
Yeah, we make some noise out here.
It is loud out here. First time I came out here, I got to tell you, it was such an experience for me. It was like controlled explosions happening out here on the track.
Well, when you take a 10,000 horsepower car, multiply it by 2, and those things launch on the starting line, it is the most visceral experience imaginable, and that's what makes this such a great live audience sport. We usually open the middle of April. We run through Halloween. We'll have about 100 events on our schedule. We have 100 races, and about 500,000 people visit our park each summer.
From A to Z in terms of racers, like some guys come out here on Wednesday night. You have a Wednesday night thing too.
We have an amateur program, so for your viewers, the car that you drive to and from work in, you can come out on Wednesday night.
Really?
Yep, and you can run on the same race course that 16-time world champion John Force races. So we have everything from amateur racing all the way to NHRA professional drag racing on the schedule. We have a test and tune on Friday, and then a lot of our big events occur on the weekends, but we have something for everybody. We have a 72 and older street rod show called the Blue Suede Cruise. We have an entertainment event like the Kelly Services Night Under Fire. We've got the Summit Racing Equipment NHRA Nationals. We have brand events if you're a Mopar fan, if you're a Pontiac fan, if you're a Ford fan. So we have really something for everybody.
You know, something for everybody. The thing that I really noticed was it sort of woke up something I remembered from my youth. You know, like I got away from it, I was doing other stuff, and I came out here and it was like such an eye-opening, exciting experience.
Well, I think drag racing is still in the infancy phase of its product life cycle, and people remember it from the 60s. And it's kind of this vintage black and white picture in people's minds. And then you come out here, you look at the corporate support, you look at the, our facility seats 30,000 people. We are growing. And the goal obviously is to achieve that major league stick and ball status, and we're on our way, but we've got some work to do.
I love the family aspect of it too. Like I saw kids wide-eyed and excited checking this out. I saw dads with their dads, the grandpa with the kids, and so it's a really cool thing. I saw that wild ice cream thing you have here too. What is that?
We, you know, the Baders love ice cream, and so we came up with this concept of doing a pound of ice cream for $1. And who's not happy when they're eating ice cream? So we partnered with Velvet Ice Cream, an Ohio company based in Utica. And yeah, we're known for the BB cone, which is a pound of homemade hand-dipped velvet ice cream for $1.
Yeah, I like
right.
I like the sound of that. The other thing I like too about this sport was the fans can get close to the racers, the stars of the sport.
Yep.
They intermingle with the fans.
We have all of our events. When you buy your ticket, that gets you into the pits. So every ticket is a pit pass, and what that means is you get right into our locker room. You can get right up next to the stars. Our stars are very accessible. The cars are right there being serviced and worked on. So it is very much like being able to go into a locker room at the halftime of an NBA game and listen to, you know, Coach Lou talk to the Cavs about what they're going to do in the second half. So this experience is very up close and personal, and it really does span race, color, and creed. Lots of multi-generational families, and we pride ourselves. We target very aggressively mom, dad, and the kids.
It was fun to meet some of the lady drivers. That was a lot of fun. I mean, it's so nice, and pictures and signing everything. So the big tent poles. So the biggest events, like we're looking at right now. What are those?
We are preparing right now. They're actually moving in across the street for the Kelly Services Night Under Fire.
That's a big one.
That is the largest single-day drag race in the country. That does 40,000 people in a single night. That occurs usually around the same weekend each August. Our Summit Racing Equipment NHRA Nationals, there's 24 of those races across the country. Ours is in the top 3.
Yep.
That occurs the end of June. And then we have a big event in May, and really every month we focus on one mega event.
Summit Motorsports Park, check it out. It's a friendly place. If you see Bill, he'll say hey too.
And I'll buy you a pound of ice cream.
There you go.
All right.
More from Norwalk right after the break.
Welcome back to our road trip to Norwalk. We have made a stop at a beautiful home decor shop, Patina 46. This just so happens to be Amanda's place. You have been doing this for quite some time now.
Yeah, we've had the shop for a little over 5 years now. We just celebrated our 5-year anniversary last month, so.
And I know it runs in the family. Your father has a knack for seeing vintage things and turn them into beautiful, new, repurposed pieces.
Yes.
So, and you've just taken this whole idea on yourself as well?
Yep. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and this is what I've created, and my dad had a big part in it, so.
Well, let's explore your shop, shall we?
Yes.
If we just walk, I mean, when you walk around this place, I'm sure even by the time you get in here, we could be seeing a totally different shop because you're always getting new things in.
Oh yes, it's always changing. I'm always moving stuff around.
I mean, you look at some of these pieces. I love this cabinetry here. Now,
you.
will you get a piece and then you will totally repurpose it? Or do you have some that you do that with and others that you just have to do a little bit of a touch up on?
Some of the pieces are antique that I just like to display with, and this is on consignment. It's an old
Parking meter?
parking meter, yep.
This is my favorite that I saw, this scale when I walked in. How grand. And I think, why don't we have scales that still look like this, right?
Right, and it still works, and people love, I give them a penny and they love getting up on it, and it's just fun for kids to do and adults alike.
Now, I know you have a space over here that has, now this is this a new couch?
That's a new sofa, yep.
So what's your idea behind doing something like this? Because I know you have a lot of pieces that are nowhere near new.
Right.
So there was an idea you had in mind.
Yes, I love incorporating and showing people that you can have a new soft seating piece and industrial antiques that you can incorporate into your space. So I don't like to just have antiques, but...
Now, I saw some little carpet splotches back there. Do you do interior designing then as well?
Yes, I do. I do interior design consulting, so you can just message me on our email and I'll come to your house. No job is too small. If it's just paint color or a whole room or a whole house, I can do that.
So not only can you buy some for great things, she can help you fit it into your house,
Exactly.
get you the carpeting, get you the paint to really make, I mean, because this is what I love about stores like this. You walk in and somehow it's a smorgasbord of things. It's quite a variety, but yet you find a way to make it all look like it fits together.
Yes, thank you.
So-
it's very eclectic.
When it comes to some of your favorite pieces that you have in here right now, what do you think you draw from, or what do you look for when you find a piece and you want to put it in your store?
I would say this dining table is a piece that I'm in love with right now.
I love it.
We came across this industrial base that came from a huge piece of machinery, and we had some reclaimed white oak that we put through the planer, and this is actually still a work in progress. So we still have to do the finishing and bolt it all together. We're gonna put butterflies in it, which keeps the cracks from cracking more. And
I know that you also love to support local businesses, and I know you have a couple of things over there too. What's
Yes.
your whole idea with that?
you know, I'm a small business owner, and I think you just have to pay it forward. And if you support other local small businesses, it'll come back to you. And that's what it's all about, living in a small town especially.
Well, she has candles that she makes on her own. You have soaps and different, what do we have over there behind me?
That's loose leaf tea.
So loose leaf tea. So you don't have to just come in here to buy a piece of furniture. You can get a couple other little things too.
Yeah, great gift items. And
So come in, buy something for your home, or get a great little gift to go. And I think you're set here.
Yeah.
Patina 46, right on Main Street. Don't miss her shop. And hey, if you want to keep with the whole idea of maybe updating your home, we have another stop for you too, right now.
Our fabric comes from many suppliers. The primary one was Norwalk Furniture when we first opened, but they closed for a few years. So we had to find other distributors. So now we buy from North Carolina. We have a distributor out of Chicago area. I have one in Youngstown. I have one in Dallas. And they call me when they get good buys, and they all know me really well. And I buy from them. Our fabric is all one price. It's all $7 a yard. We buy it in bulk shipments. We don't know what we're getting till it comes in. It's like going to a candy store the first time. Every time a shipment comes in, we're digging through it going, oh, isn't this beautiful? We love this. But it's all first. It's not defective, and it's beautiful. The first time to come to my store is very overwhelming. People come in and they just wander from room to room and look and go, I don't know where to begin. So we work with them. We tell them, well, what color's your room wall? What color's your furniture? What color's your floor? What's your carpet like? And we kind of narrow it down. And then we say, well, what project are you doing and what's it sitting near? And is it going to be in a window where it will get a lot of sun? Because we have outdoor furniture, this umbrella. You know, we help them. And then a lot of times they'll go to lunch up at Barry's or up to the freight house and have lunch and then come back in the afternoon after they've sorted it out a little bit. But it's fun. You know, they everybody has projects, and it's fun. We have many kinds of fabric. We have quilting fabric, upholstery fabric, drapery fabric, fleece, and tons of trims. I bought a store that closed, and they have all their beautiful trims. Quilters tend to want little fabric, like a quarter to half a yard of many different cuts. And we have marbles, we have prints, but we're not a quilt shop, so I don't have fat quarters or anything like that. So quilters come in with their project and they pretty well know what they want. But you get people that have a chair and want a pillow. First of all, I have to find out what size pillow. 18-inch pillows take a half a yard of fabric. Most of my fabrics you can see are 56 inches wide. So a half a yard will make one 18-inch pillow. A 3/4 yard will make a 22 or 24-inch pillow. We know that 2 yards of trim will go around an 18-inch pillow. So, you know, it depends what they want as far as sizing, but we can start with 1/4 yards and go all the way to our huge rolls. We have 50 yards in the back on some of the rolls. We have tons of people all over the state of Ohio who upholster, sew, slip covers, all those things. I ask the customer where they live, and then I give them the person in their area. I mean, we have a sewer from Bowling Green, and one of her customers came here Saturday. So, I mean, it's not Norwalk, it's all over the state of Ohio. The furthest I've had is that came specifically in the morning, got up and drove here because they heard of us, was Buffalo, New York. Yes, she wanted to come here. And we've had bus tours that have come. I've shipped all over the world. I've shipped to Ireland, to Africa, all over the United States. You know, it's such a nice atmosphere. I have people that come in just to sit and chat. I have people that come in to pet the fabric. They're not sewing anymore, but they want to feel and touch. And we just help people. You know, it's a happy place. And people tell us that all the time, and we love it here.
And again, you don't have to go very far. Norwalk Fabric Outlet is right here on Main Street. It is open Wednesday through Saturday. Like what you've seen so far? Well, we have plenty more to get to when we return here in Norwalk.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. It's our road trip to Norwalk, and I found a place that is just fantastic. It's called the Freight House Grill and Pub, and I'm sitting with Andrew right now. You're the man in the kitchen, right?
Yes, I am.
We're so busy in here. How does the man in the kitchen have time to come out here during this busy time?
Well, fortunately for me, I have a really good staff, and they are able to take care of it all without me in there.
I'll tell you what, they brought out some great stuff here. Let's talk a little bit about the food before we talk about the place that's sitting right here right now. What's this sandwich you got going right here?
All right, that burger is called our Brenner Burger. It's a breakfast for dinner burger. It's got an egg and bacon on with cheddar cheese.
I'm gonna lift the lid a little
Sure.
bit there, yeah. What's going on here with the balls?
These are our famous sauerkraut balls. We hand roll each one of those every day. They're breaded here in-house, deep fried, cooked to perfection.
Is this a favorite?
Yes, yes.
I can see why. And they're spicy.
Yes, they are.
Look out.
The dipping sauce is a little spicy, yes.
It is. And this here is probably your most famous sandwich right here?
Yes, it is. That's our corned beef sandwich. Each and every day we cook off our corned beef here in-house. Once it's cooked off, it's got to rest for about 2 hours. And then we slice it in-house as well.
This guy didn't mess around. I'll tell you what, food is great here. I talked to a lot of people here. I saw Don. Hans is not here right now. They're the owners. But who's the lady with the hat on who's running around taking care of everybody?
That's Jen. That's our restaurant manager.
She is like the welcome wagon, man. She's unbelievable.
Yes, she is. Yes, she's awesome.
Hey, you know, when you go to places have personalities, and this place has a lot of personality, and a lot of that personality revolves around the Cleveland Indians and Ohio State, doesn't it?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I love the memorabilia on the wall. I saw some great stuff back there from a guy who dotted the I in the championship season.
Yes, yep.
Baseball pictures. Are you a baseball fan at all?
I am a little bit.
Well, you better be a baseball fan if you come here, because I know the owner has season tickets, and every other week or so he gives away tickets to the game for people.
He does, yes, and they're awesome tickets. They're front row, right down the first base line. They're incredible.
I'll tell you some other great seats in the place, the back patio. That patio is fantastic out there.
Yes, in the summertime, it doesn't get too hot out there. And on weekends, usually we have live bands.
Yeah, and the building is really unusual too. It looks like an old school building. What was going on here?
This used to be an old train freight house, hence the name, the freight house. As you see the big wooden doors, that's where the trains used to come up the side and unload and offload freight.
So how long have you guys been open here?
We've been open since November of 2015.
How many different things do you have on the menu?
Approximately 50, I would say.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the list of beers, you've got a great list of beers in there.
Yes, that is all Hans. Hans goes through and does all that, and he has done a fantastic job of finding some of the best beer selection around.
So you find Andrew in the kitchen. Hans, I think, might be at a baseball game. Don is around here with his wife. Wonderful people.
Yes.
Great folks. And the lady in the hat again?
That's Jen.
Check it out. It's all happening here at the Freight House Pub and Grill. Love the spot. And we're going to go to somewhere else in Norwalk right now, and I think it sounds something like When Pigs Fly.
When Pigs Fly is a charitable resale and retail shop that supports the Piggyback Foundation. The Piggyback Foundation is carrying families through times of need because every child loves a piggyback ride. So we do the big little things that create joy for a family when someone in the family is going through a life-threatening illness. Well, definitely when they shop, that provides funds to go to the family because we help a family for a year, up to 3 years while they're going through treatment. And we help them with everyday activities and extracurricular activities. So we need a consistent monthly income to support the families. The foundation got started when I was helping in my daughter's class, and a little boy in her class, his dad was diagnosed with cancer, and he passed away pretty quickly, and the family went through a lot of hardships, and we just hated to see a working middle-class family kind of fall apart because of illness. Some of the words that you see on our wall are from piggyback families that have passed, and it's a saying that they remember about their loved one. We wanted to make the store a beautiful, peaceful environment for people to come in and just experience the joy that we feel when we're able to give and help. And we feel like it's very God-centered. So we have a lot of people come in and they just feel comfort. The items are donated, or some things are purchased. So people can donate items and we will fix them up, clean them up, and then put them out for sale. Or we work with businesses like Village Lighting in Lorraine, donates all of our chandeliers, and there are some wholesale companies that we work with to purchase items for the store. And we accept donations anytime we're open, Tuesday through Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. A lot of the things that we get donated are very cherished things by their owners. So they bring it in because it's special to them and they know that it's going to help children and families. So there's china, silverware, furniture, collectible type things, floral arrangements. It's emotional. I feel like we're doing God's work. Somebody said to me one time that, it's God's work when many hands are touching it and Piggyback has fingerprints all over it. It's definitely the people and the families that we meet. We've helped so many lovely families, and I don't think I could turn away to stop helping. I feel like there's always more that we can do to help the families, but my husband always says that even a little bit of joy is a good thing.
When Pigs Fly is open Tuesday to Saturday, they open at 10, and one of the great things about it, every purchase goes to helping a local family. And guess what? More New Day Cleveland right after the break.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland from Norwalk. Our next stop has been a downtown staple for nearly 20 years. Check out Arter's Home Furnishings.
Our designs originally started out very traditional. But over the last 15 years, I mean, we have progressed now to where most of our furniture is transitional. It goes either way. It'll go traditional, it'll go modern, contemporary. We offer all those as well, but transitional furniture probably is where the majority of our furniture falls into for a category.
When they come in and they're not really sure what they want, I help them in deciding what size is going to best fit this room, because any table in here can be made in any size you want. Okay, so if you liked, the wood, but you want it on a shorter table, then we can do that as well. Change the leg style, even on this, change the chairs. Anything can be changed in here to a different wood that you see in here in that same stain color. And it applies to the bedrooms, the living room, kitchen, dining, you name it, it can all be customizable. In the wood species, the stain, the sizes, it's endless. It means a lot to people because they think that, I got to walk in and this is what I'm stuck with. This is all they offer. And with me, I tell them, this is like a blank slate. I'm giving you ideas. And from there, we'll build your table together as far as, maybe you don't know what you need and I have to help you figure out what it is you need, but we will get there. This is true barnwood. I mean, you can see actually the screw holes where the nails and screws came out. So they sand it down to achieve this burnished type look, but it's all uneven, it's hand planed. This is a very good seller. People love this. And as far as the trends, I don't follow trends. I don't go to the market. It's just kind of small town. This is what we do, and people love it because they walk in here and they're like, wow, you can have everything. I mean, even back to the oak that supposedly no one's selling anymore. I still sell that because people still want that. But then I've also, the Amish have come a long way in their design. They go to High Point. And so they get all those new ideas and trends and colors, and it can all be done here. And so people think Amish, they think shaker, square, oak, No, it's way, way more than that.
Well, what we specialize in is American-made furniture, and so I think it's really hard to find American-made furniture anymore. So when we say that, it really lights up the customers' faces because, American quality is way better than imported furniture. So. This is the Madison Custom Sofa line that is featured by Halligan Fine Furniture out of Newark, New York. It's completely custom, so you can choose, the back cushions, you can do looser attached cushions, the back style, the seat depth, so you can do all the way from a very deep seat to the standard, which is what this is. Or for shorter people like me with short legs, you can do the short seat depth, which is a 20-inch seat depth. And you can also change the style of the arms as well. So you can do like a track arm for more of a modern style, or you can go with a scooped arm as shown right here for more of a traditional style.
Returning customers, as an example, we've sold the customers that we have today, we sold their parents children's table and chair sets that those customers have used for end tables and now coming in to buy their own end tables to replace their original children's table and chair sets. So we are doing business with the next generation, and that's quite rewarding as well to know that much of the family.
You listen to what people like. Some people don't know what they like, and so you just kind of help them along the way. But it is, when it comes together, I'm like, oh, I did that. Wow, that's beautiful. The customer and I did that, and it is just beautiful, and they're so happy. And they made it, just exactly the way they wanted.
From handcrafted furniture to handcrafted wine, we're heading to D&D Smith Winery.
Well, D&D Smith Winery is my husband Denny and I am Danielle. And about 28 years ago, Denny bought me a winemaking kit for, Christmas or something or other. And we started messing around with making home winemaking kits. And after a while, we had a lot of wine, so we started giving it away. And people started calling us asking for more of that wine. Well, we moved to this area about 15 years ago, and we decided, maybe as a retirement hobby, we would open a winery. And it's more than a hobby, really. It's a full-time job, but it's fun, and we meet a lot of great people. We have 14 stainless steel vats. We have 35 varieties of wine, so we're always moving the vats, as much as we possibly can. Well, we have some popular labels. We have He Said, She Said, which was kind of a very unique blend. Some people say they taste one thing, some people say another, and that's what it was. It was started as a unique blend. What do you taste, And that won a gold winner last year for us, so we were pretty excited about that. We also have Sangiovese. That's been very popular, kind of a medium red. We've got like a hillbilly watermelon, hillbilly sweet tea,
We've got a sangria that our boys, our oldest boy, had bought a house, and there was a bunch of fruits around his house, and he was pretty excited. He wanted to take all those fruits and make a sangria, and he did. That was about 5 years ago, and to this day we still get those fruits and make a nice sangria out of that. So we've got about 17 award-winning wines. We took our boys to New York 2 summers ago, and we tried wines in New York, and we've gone to different areas to see what tastes good to us, and is that something that we would like here? So it's not like, hey, let's pick this out of the book or that out of the book. Let's see what we like, and what we like is what we try to make. The first time when you come in, you can try out a sampling tray. They're 6 for $5. You can have a glass of wine, a bottle of wine. We cork, no charge, if you don't finish it all. We have cheese trays, appetizers, and sandwiches and such right now. Donnie does most of the winemaking, but since November I started doing a little project called Danny's One Hit Wonder. And basically what it is I take kits that I get and make a 5 or 6 gallon batch of wine. And usually they're gone in about a week because they only make about 25 to 30 bottles. So as I'm showing people how easy it is to make it here, I'm getting more people requesting that I teach the classes. So I'm going to teach them how to read the hydrometer and different things, just to have fun making wine at home. It's exciting. The growth obviously for wineries is there, but it takes a little while, but there's good people that come out every week or every other week that continue to support us in our growth, and I think that's probably the more appealing thing for us is you just keep getting new friends, and you just keep getting more almost like attached family in a way, because they're here, and they like what we're doing.
D&D Smith Winery is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. Coming up, hope you save room for dessert. David stops by a popular ice cream shop in Norwalk.
What is this one?
Raspberry sherbet and vanilla.
Raspberry sherbet and vanilla from Vargos. Thank you very much. And made here. Hey, welcome back to New Day Cleveland. We are in Norwalk, and I'm out here at one of the most popular ice cream stops in town, Vargos. It's been here a long time. I heard for over 50 years. And here, give me the bird's eye lowdown on this delicious treat spot is Dawn. How are you, Dawn?
Good, how are you?
So what do you think you gave me? What is that?
It's the raspberry sherbet and vanilla twist. It's one of the most popular ones.
And who makes it?
We do. Julie makes it every morning.
Pretty good. Maybe you just talk to me while I eat it.
Okay.
Hey, so when you come to Vargos, one thing I realized right away is you have to be able to read. And I'm talking like Evelyn Wood reading, because there are so many items on your menu. How many items do you have?
We have at least over 50 items on our menu.
50 items?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been in the family how long?
21 years.
So how did you get involved with the Vargo family?
When I was 16 and a sophomore in high school, this was my first job. And so I just kind of came here and was working and met my husband. And
your husband work here too?
Yes, he's the cook.
He's the cook?
Yes.
So it's become a family affair?
Yes.
And I saw Ron also. So who's Ron?
My father-in-law.
He's your father-in-law?
Yes.
So you guys argue or anything?
Yes, sometimes.
Well,
not too much though.
It's really funny though, because whenever I meet people who sell ice cream or make ice cream, they're the happiest people on earth. Why is that?
Well, this is a great thing to do. We're serving families and generations and generations. I mean, we've seen grandparents and then their children and then their children's children come through here. So it's nice to give back to the community. They give so much to us. So
when you're talking about families and kids and all that stuff, I saw a giant dog eat an ice cream cone over here.
Yes, we have our regular dogs that come in here. We have we can either put it in a cone or in a cup with the dog bones on it, and we give them to them. And yeah, they do tricks to get their ice cream. And
okay, how many different flavors?
We have 3 different ice cream flavors, but each flavor can be twisted with the vanilla like you've
okay.
got.
So, and then what do you do when it drips down your hand and then?
You just lick it and get a bunch of ice creams, or I mean a bunch of napkins.
You keep going like that.
Yeah.
So I came by here one time, a couple years ago, I came through here, I visited a fabric store or something that was really cool, and I wanted to stop here, but I couldn't stop because the line went all the way out into the street.
Yeah, that happens on the weekends and in the beginning of the summer. Up front, the line will be out to the road here, and then the drive-ups will come all the way back out here, and they'll be waiting in 250 to turn in.
That is so cool. So who's this?
This is my daughter, Allie.
Hi, Allie. How are you? Do you like ice cream? She says she does. Yeah, I do. Of course you like ice cream. Does your mommy make the best ice cream? Yeah. I'm doing the translation here because she doesn't have a microphone. She goes, yeah. But everybody's acts like a kid when they come here, right?
Yes, yes, they do.
Did I see something about putt-putt golf or something too?
Yes, over here we have our miniature golf that we have.
Oh, that looks like fun.
Yeah, that was put in the mid-'80s. So families, grandparents bring their grandchildren. We have groups of teenagers. We have church groups that come in here. Sporting event groups come in here, and they all play golf.
And also, putt-putt golf, isn't it a place like people go on first dates a lot?
Yeah.
Do you think that was the magic that put you together with your husband?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it was.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, beautiful thing, yes.
Vargos, here longer than 50 years.
50 years, yep.
50 years and more.
There you go.
Well, thank you very much. Look, you're so sweet to me. I love this place. Love you. Whole family, thank you, everybody.
Wave.
Okay, guess what, folks? We're doing a show in Norwalk. You know, like we call this a road show on New Day Cleveland. So we're going to go back into town on Main Street. There's a place called Mannino's.
Yes.
Mannino's on Main.
Yes.
We're talking antiques.
Yes.
"18 years ago, I decided to open up a shop because I like to buy this stuff and my house got too small for it. So I turned my hobby into a business. Our shop's a little unique because we have more than antiques in our store. We do collectibles also, so there's no age on our items. As long as you can't find it at Walmart or Hallmark, it's good for the store. We have a coin dealer, we have the largest Matchbox car collection in the store. We carry the glassware, local memorabilia, we have a Christmas area, we have a retro area, it goes on and on. We have a lot of local support and I have a lot of customers coast to coast. They come see me yearly on their annual vacations. Being a multi-dealer shop, I have different vendors that bring their items in to fill their space. I also purchase items. People bring me in items to sell. I go to estate sales, I purchase estates. I also offer an appraisal service. I'm a certified personal property appraiser for estates, for garage sales, for resale, for insurance purposes, so that is a service that we offer our customers. I sell a lot of memories from our store. Even if you're not an antiquer, I have sold quite a few items that, oh, my mom had this, my aunt had this, and it brings back good memories. Everything goes in cycles in this business. A lot of it depends on what's featured in your Martha Stewart type magazines. So if there's an article about jadeite, let's say, everybody starts to look for jadeite, or it just depends on what's popular in the country style magazines. When I'm out shopping, it's just in my blood. I like to find the unique pieces that I know somebody else will enjoy. It's just the thrill of the hunt, I guess. At Mannino's, we offer a 30-day layaway. In this business, if you see something, you need to buy it when you see it, or else there's no guarantee that it's going to be there next time. My customers bring me to work every weekend. I love my customers. I love what I'm doing. I just like being around old items. It's just a lot of fun for me.
Stick around, we'll have more right after the break. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. It's our road trip to Norwalk, and I'm not saying we're saving the best for last, but this is maybe the best surprise indeed in this show, and it's Daniel's Hobbies. Hi, Rob. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you.
So I thought it was a toy store. I was walking by. I think it's like a toy shop. Yeah. And I'm an adult. I come in here, and you know what? It looks like a toy shop for adults in a way.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
We don't have the giraffe on the front, you know, so it kind of signifies that we're not the toy store, you know. But yeah, everything we carry here is hobby grade, so.
Hobby grade.
Yes.
So Daniel's Hobbies. So this is Hobbies like for big people. And
yeah.
This is sort of a, what's this big thing right here?
Well, this is one of the new ones that came out. This is the big buzz in RC, as far as the surface goes, is Traxxas X-Max. We have one in the window. It's the big monster electric truck. Arma kind of came out with one that sort of competes with it. And this is just a sample of what, you know, one of them that you can get. This is what they call their stunt truck.
Where do you drive something like this?
You can drive it responsibly, I'll mention that, in parks, places like that. You know, we have to mention that because there's a lot of people that don't think about that stuff. So you got to be careful with these. This one will get up to 60 miles an hour, so it's very fast. And with that much weight going, you can hurt somebody. But parks, RC courses, things like that.
What if I want to get higher than this?
If you want to go bigger than this?
No, higher.
Oh, higher. Oh, okay. Well, you go a bigger ramp because these are made for jumping. Now, we got airplanes. We've got.
I couldn't believe it when I looked in the store window. The airplanes here. They look like you could almost put a person in them.
Oh yeah,
or a
some
small
of them
dog
are big,
or something.
and these are actually small. I mean, our airplanes now are getting very large. There's younger kids, 14, 15-year-olds that are flying 108-inch wingspan planes aerobatically. You know, so. But, you know, we've got several different offerings on planes, anything from beginners and foam to the diehards that believe that the only true airplane is made out of balsa and covered. And we offer those also.
This is serious stuff.
It is very serious, yes.
And what about those drone kind of things?
Drones are getting very popular. We've got them from the tiny little micros that you can fly in your living room up to larger ones that need to be flown outside, and racing quads that'll do up to 70, 80 miles an hour.
So people actually race these
things?
Yeah.
The Drone Racing League has helped tremendously in making this all popular, the drones.
So how long would it take to train somebody, well, somebody, I was going to say like me, probably a long time, but somebody who's an enthusiast, how long to learn how to do all this and take care of it?
It depends on what area you're getting into. Planes probably take the longest. Planes, you know, the saying in the RC world is, you know, takeoff is optional, landing is mandatory. And there's a reason for that because you have to fly it. You know, so it takes a little longer to learn how to fly and get comfortable to where you're not crashing every plane. Quads are a lot less of a steep learning curve. You see a lot of people, beginners, get into quads because they're a lot easier to control. Cars, of course, are the same way as far as it's on the ground. You know, you want to stop, you stop. But to get good, it's a good couple years before you get real good at stuff.
So I saw a guy come in here and he's looking for parts. Like he's trying to fix something, and you can help people with that.
Sure.
And can you go online to do this also?
We have RC Overstock, which is an online sales channel that we have. Normally when it comes to finding parts, sure, you can go to RC Overstock. There's not much can be done to help you beyond that point. Like any online business, you know, you're only going to get as much service as you see on the screen.
So I can learn something about it with that.
Sure.
So how does this thing work here?
Well, this is our, we put this in last over the winter.
How do you keep the kids away from this?
We don't. We encourage them to get involved.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see how this works.
These are radio controlled electric, so the whole idea is to get yourself up and over the top and across the bridge, and it takes a little practice.
Do people do this competitively?
You know, there are a lot of competitions. I don't know as far as competitively how, of course everything's competitive. You know, anything can be made competitive. So guys do it for points and things. And the trick with when you're doing any kind of rock crawling competitively is you're not allowed to let it hit the ground. You're not allowed to, you know, you can stop and start as many times on the obstacle course, but if it hits the ground, you're done.
So you don't have one of those big enough for like a guy like me to get inside of it though?
No, not at all. We could find something out for you though.
I tell you what, man, it is a great spot. And you got paint, so if you already have something like this, you can come here and you can modify it. And of course, you know all about it. I see different propellers, different airplanes, different boats, all different kinds of great stuff. This is like a kid's place, but
it is. It's a big kid's place. Yep. You know, I have to admit that as far as jobs go, this is a pretty good gig. I can't complain.
You got a good one, man.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Daniel's Hobbies.
Well, the show is coming to an end. That's right, we've been to Norwalk. 1 hour from Cleveland, the drag strip over there. We got the fabric store, the hobby store, the Freight House Grill and Pub. I've had fun at all of these places. I think you could too. So I'd just like to say, for Natalie Herbick, I'm David Moss, and we'll see you on the next New Day Cleveland.